So you want to be a modern prepared citizen, AKA a modern Minuteman, but you don't have a rifle like this. My last video with this rifle setup was largely focused on whether or not the US government will be moving to ban Chinese thermal technology like this RH-25. If that interests you, I'm gonna put a card right above me. You can go back to that video at the end of this one. Give it a watch after this video because I think it might hit home for you. I think thermal technology should be high on the priority list for prepared citizens, but I'm realizing that I haven't done the best job on this channel of explaining why I believe that. To understand why I think thermal is so important, I would like to define what I feel a modern Minuteman is. As much of a history buff as I am, and I like to be, I'm not going to dive too deep into this topic. If you would like to see a specific video sort of covering the history of Minutemen, I'll gladly do it, but let's just talk about that down in the comment section. And some of you might even think that in 2024, the term Minuteman would be outdated and useless, but I'm going to respectfully disagree. I believe that being a prepared citizen means that you're able to immediately act. And I believe that that is as important today as it was 200 years ago. I view my role in the community as being a capable citizen. It means that I should have the basic training and tools on hand to always be capable of responding quickly. My priority as a modern Minuteman is going to be focused heavily on medical and trauma response equipment and means of transportation and also other sustainment. Being capable of movement and medical aid is going to be critical for a modern prepared citizen. But this mindset does also extend into other supplemental gear. Our freedom to own firearms in the US often mixes up our priorities, and instead of having focused gear, we tend to just collect random rifles and pistols. And look, I'm not against that, but a modern Minuteman will absolutely have a specific pistol, rifle, loadout, bag, and vehicle that's going to service their specific role. In my mind, a modern Minuteman has the capability of sustained foot or vehicle travel, the ability to conceal sidearms and rifles, has medical kit and training, and also possesses thermal and some night vision capabilities in some manner or fashion. Modern Minutemen should be prepared to act swiftly in the defense of life and liberty. To be a modern Minuteman, we should be able to sprint, move, communicate, and deploy tools that are built for that specific purpose. So where does thermal come into the equation? Contrary to what you might believe, I think that thermal is a consideration that should happen later in your journey. Thermal is truly a superpower in most environments and situations, but the buy-in cost is huge. What I don't want to see is people getting into reckless debt to own gear that they may never actually use or train with. And if that sounds like you, let's pause. Let's focus first on our financial situations and get some basic equipment and training under our belts. And after that, I do think that then it is time to start digging into thermal and night vision equipment. Thermal is a powerful force multiplier that can offer huge advantages when you are out in the darkness navigating, pursuing, or evading anything. If you're trying to move without detection, thermal becomes wildly advantageous. The power of thermal makes it a high priority for me as I descend into any situation where I'm in the darkness. And because of its potency, I think that modern Minutemen should be adding some flavor of thermal to their kit. Someone in your crew should have thermal, even if it's not you, and even if it is only one person. And I believe it's that important that your crew has that gear on tap. Two of my favorite units that we have in our armory, we have access to, and I've used off and on over the years, are the RH-25 that I have on my rifle here, and the other is the Rix ST6 that I have in my hand. And I picked these two units to talk about very briefly because these are the two best options that I currently have access to in the company that would fulfill and do fulfill the roles that I'm looking for. The RH-25 right now is locked onto my rifle, but it can also be handheld or helmet mounted. And additionally, the RH-25 is a powerhouse as a dedicated low magnification thermal. Think of it like an LPVO of the thermal world because it has that 1x base magnification and can digitally zoom in a bit more. I began to really appreciate the high resolution core thermal devices like the RH-25 and the ST6, and they both check that box in the high performance category. The ST6 to me really comes into play when I'm looking for a unit that is helmet mounted or handheld, but maybe I'm not really focused on weapon mounting it. Both of these units can record, both have amazing specs, both are robust, but the RH-25 does have a wee bit of an edge in terms of the feel of the unit. It's aluminum and it's built like a tank. And in fact, if you guys are able to see, there is clearly a spot where I think Ethan dropped this unit and there is a pretty good mark on the side of it. But guess what? Even though it's got a little bit of beauty marks, it's still ticking, it still works perfectly fine, and I attribute that to the design of the RH-25. And Ethan did add the AC53 Averse mount onto this unit, which is this dovetail that you see on the top. So that's why you see that extra little bit of kit. I'm just filling you guys in just in case you're checking the B-roll and you're wondering what the heck is on that RH-25. And look, there's many ways to integrate this unit, the RH-25. It is so mind-blowing, and the same can be said with the ST6. So either of these units are going to serve you as a modern Minuteman. Choosing which one's right for you is really going to come down to the cost and what you are looking to use yours for. If it's a clip-on style thermal, getting something like the RH-25 is going to be key. If you're looking for more of a helmet mounted without the need to clip it onto your rifle and you want to mount it next to a PVS-14, while both of them can do that, the ST6 might check all your boxes a little bit better. It just depends on what you are looking for. If you want more information on either of these optics, you can go over to the Arcane YouTube channel, and we have tons of videos covering this topic. And additionally, earlier this year, I dropped the full video covering the ST6 over on the TA Targets page. I'm gonna put all of the links to those videos down in the description. One other little feature that I did want to point out, which is sort of revealing our hand a little bit, but we've been playing around with printing some accessories for these things. So we've got one of those accessories on top of the ST6, and we may or may not have bought some equipment that you might learn about later this year, but I'm gonna leave it there for right now. I'd recommend you subscribe to Arcane, check out the website, and stay tuned. But it's not really important right now, and it's not the point of this video, and you probably don't care about us investing in United States manufacturing or expanding our capabilities anyway. Why would you be interested in any of that? The companies that we work for are more than just mediums to sell products. We are pitching an idea to all of you. The idea is that you should be a modern Minuteman, and this is a modern, prepared citizen that is capable of acting. The reason we talk so much about thermal devices, night vision, rifles, body armor, and medical gear is because they all play a role in achieving that mission. And it is for that reason that we launched Arcane 2 years ago. This brand is purpose-built to serve you as you build out your kit and you develop the systems, hopefully, and the training plans around all of the kit that you're buying. We live under this cohesive vision at our entire organization that just says build, create, and lead. And our vision is to use our team and our companies to initiate a revitalization of our culture, a small role that we play in a much larger mission to return us to foundational principles of individual liberty, the things that built this amazing nation. And you are pivotal in that cause. Your skills and your individuality, your community, and the desire to remain free and your commitment to securing liberty are the differences between expanding this culture or losing it. And at the end of the day, thermal is just a tool. It's an important tool in my mind, but it is just a tool. What is going to be most important is your mindset and your missions around getting efficient and effective with those tools. So if you have any questions at all about thermal or the modern Minuteman, or you want me to go deeper into this subject, let me know down in the comments section. I would love to do more content, and I use your comments as sort of springboards to give me some ideas and motivation to dive deeper into other topics. So if you're looking for thermal, you're looking for any gear that you see on this rifle or anything that we offer for the prepared citizen, check out arcane.com. You're gonna find everything from bags, medical, body armor, all the stuff that I've already talked about. You will find it there. And if you're ever concerned or have questions, email the Arcane team or drop me a comment in one of my videos. I'd be happy to answer your questions. And I know our CS team is driven to help you guys out on your journey as you become that modern Minuteman. So guys, stay well, stay safe. I'll see you in the next video.